Hello everyone, my name is Bhavana. I am studying BCA at ICCA College in Davangere. Today I am going to explain the project. The project name is Digital Clock. In this project, we are going to use JavaScript to dynamically get the correct time from the computer and set it inside this beautifully designed website. Before I am going to explain this project, you will see how it is look like. Open the Visual Studio. This is what our digital clock. We have to drag this and you will see. See below this time 7:06 p.m. Here it is also 7:06 p.m. This is what how it look like. I will explain about this project line by line. In the file menu, we click the open folder and we have to select. I have already created a folder. Now I use that only. But you have to create a new folder. Then you have to new folder and you give any name in this folder. I use this only. Digital Cloud and select the folder. This is what our folder. On the left side explore section, right click and click on the new file and give the name the file index.html and we press the enter. We use exclamation mark. We have to get a HTML elements. This includes doc type, which tells to a browser which version of HTML the page is written in. In our case, as we are using HTML5, we just need to have HTML here. Then we have a HTML tag. We have a HTML tag, which is a top level element inside the HTML file. It includes two tags, the head and another one is body tag, and also a lang attributes inside the opening HTML tag. We set the language to be English. Then we have a head tag which includes 3 metadata tags and also one title tag. The first charset attribute inside the first metadata tag defines the HTML character encoding, which means character encoding means it is a method of converting bytes into character to display an HTML document properly. A program must choose a proper character encoding. Here the second metadata tag tells the Internet Explorer browser to use the most recent rendering engine, which is Edge. And the third viewport meta tag which tells the browser on how to resize the page. Then the title tag set the title of the page. In order to see the browser inside the Visual Studio Code, we use the live preview extension. We just need to right click inside the inside.html file. Right click and we have to click show preview. As you can see, now we have the browser on the right side, which is completely empty because we haven't had anything inside it. But with the title document, we have to change the title here. Some digital clock. Then refreshes. See, here the title name is Digital Clock. Now let's start coding in the body section. First, we have to add a h2 tag. Digital clock. Better we go to H2 clock. Okay, digital clock to have some heading, and we just write digital clock, and after the H2 tag we had a div with the class of clock. Add a div class is equal to clock, and we have to close. Inside the div we have hours, minutes, second, and also a AM and PM section, right? So first we have a div here, div here, and here inside the div we had a span ID first. ID will be an hour, and just we write 00 for just, and we just write 00 for just hard coded, because we can style this later using CSS before using JavaScript for dynamically get this number from the computer. We had his another span with a class of text, and here we just say our s, no semicolon, and here we just say hours. Okay, then we just need to copy this div 3 more times using Ctrl+C. Okay, we have to change here minute, MINU T minute. Here we have to capital N minutes perfectly. Then here seconds, seconds, and here what is, we have to delete this, and here we have to name AM PM inside this hem. Okay, now we are styling the next section. Okay, now we are styling the next section. Next, we use the CSS to styling the project. In the last section, we have finished with the HTML part of our project. In this section, we are going to start styling our project using CSS first. We need to create a CSS file, so we open the Explorer section using Ctrl+Shift+E. We right click and new file, given a name style.css, and we press enter. Before styling our project using CSS, we must add link to the CSS file within the HTML code. So now we go back to the index.html, and just under the title tag, here we had a link tag. Link. We just write link and we click on the third auto suggestion, the one with the CSS. Now we have a link tag with the relationship between HTML file and the external style sheet. And href attribute here defines the destination of the link. As both files are located at the same directory, we just need to have installed CSS for the URL. In the first, we start with the body section. In this, we write body and we open a set of curly braces and we remove the default margin using margin 0. Then for bringing everything to the center horizontally, we can just write display flex. As everything went next to each other, we can use flex direction, column to bring them back as a column, and also we can use align item center to bring everything to the center horizontally. In other, to bring them to the center vertically as well, first we need to set the height of the body to the height of the screen by using height by using height 100 viewport height. Then use justify content. Then using justify content center to bring everything to the center. Next, add a background image to our project. So just we write. Next, add a background image to our project. So we just write background URL function to add external background URL. Now we go to the desktop and click on the Google Chrome and search Unsplash. Here click on this and whatever you want the image, you have to search in this. I have to select this image and right click and copy the image address and come to our Visual Studio Code and paste in between the URL and drag it. See, the image comes here. Save. Come to the index.html. Right click, open live server. See here how it is look like. Okay, come our pot. We go to the next styling headline, the digital clock. The digital clock add the tag H2. We have to target this H2. We have to write H2, open the curly braces. In this inside, first we make the all letters capitalize. Using text transfer, uppercase. Next thing, and increase the letter spacing and the space between these characters. Using letter spacing at 4 pixel. See, this is what. Next thing, let's change the font size 14px. Font size 14px. It's little bit smaller, and then use text align center to bring into the center. Next we are going to start this section with target, div and class because it contains everything. Let's come to the style.css dot clock because it's class. We just use dot. We change the display, open the curly braces and change the display flex. See here, so everything is now next to each other. And next, this come to the HTML, this div. So now we are going to target this div. Right, come to the style.css dot clock target div, open the curly braces and we had some margin 5 pixel. For little bit separate. The next, go for the next section. Come to the index.html. Now we target this span. Come to the style dot clock target span, open the curly braces. Now we have to width 100 pixel. Next height 18 pixel. Next, here change the background color. So we use background slate blue. See, now we change the background. We have applied the background color in this. Next, and change the opacity using opacity dot 8. Next, color of the text white, then we use the color white. See, the color of the text in between this white. Then bring everything to the center. We have to using display flex. Now in this width and height are applied to this page. Next, we have to justify content center. Next thing, align item center. Next, font size. We want to font size 15 pixel. Now we want to text shadow, 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 4 pixel, and we want to RGBA. For red 0, green 0, and blue 0. In this thing we want 0.3. Now we target the span. We target all span using class dot clock dot text. Open the curly braces, then set height 30 pixel and set font size 10 pixel, little bit smaller. Then set text transform uppercase and letter spacing 2 pixel. Next we have to set the background dark blue. See, this is fine, okay? It's looking good, right? Then we set opacity 0.8. Then we have to drag this. Okay, we have to set background size, cover. Okay, it's good. It's cover the background images. Okay, it's look everything good. Then we target about this AM. We have to change the position, right? In this, we have to change position. We have to change the position relative. Then we have to target AM, right? Dot clock, and in this ID of AM PM, right? So here we use hash AM PM, open curly braces. Then we have to use bottom 0%. Then we use position absolute. Then we set width 60 pixel. Then we have to set the height for this 30 pixel. Then we have to set font size 20 pixel. Change the background color. Mm, white. It's not good, right? Black. Okay. Pink. Or any purple. Okay, it's better. Better we go to the color orange. Use RGB, it's better. Okay. Okay, it's now we have to complete our CSS section. Next, we use JavaScript to dynamically change these numbers and to get a correct real time from our computer. Okay, in this section, we using JavaScript. First, we have to create a file, right? We have to open Explore section using Ctrl Shift E. Then we have to right click and select the new file and given the name for this index.js. We press enter. Before going to JavaScript, must add the link to the JavaScript file within the HTML code. Just go back to the index.html and just end of the body section. We have to use script source. In this, we have to write index.js. Okay, it's finished. Now we close the explore section, dragging on the left side. Come to the index.js. Fourth thing we need to have inside our JavaScript, the 4 elements we need to manipulate as this section. The hour, minutes, second, and also this AM and PM. Right? Because we want to change dynamically using JavaScript. So 4 things we have inside .html as 4 ID, hour, minute, seconds, and also AM and PM. We can return an element with an ID using getElement by ID method. We go to the index.js. We can create constant and we call it hour element. Is equal to document main dot document dot get element by ID is hour. You have to copy and paste in this. Then we have to save for this minutes, second, and also AM and PM, right? One more here. Minute ID. Then also one second element. Here we have to change minute, copy the seconds and paste inside second, and also create constant AM and PM. ID is equal to document document dot get element by id. Inside this we pass the id am and pm. Now we have all the elements, we can change them dynamically. First, we create a function to get the data from our computer, right? So we can call the function. We have to create a name. Update class. We use camel case in this. Then open the curly braces. First, we get the hours from the computer using the date constructor. So we just need to create a variable because we want to change it later as well. So here let h hour is equal to new date. We need to get a hour. So we have our new date and we want to get a hour, so we use get hours method for the minutes. Dot, we have to get the hour, right? Get hours method. Then same as minutes and second and am pm also. We have to change minutes, seconds, and am and pm also. Get minutes, get seconds. Here we cannot get the am pm in our computer, right? But we use logic in this. Let am pm is equal to am. Then we have to check logic, use logic in this. If am pm, if hour is greater than 12, then hour is equal to hour minus 12. Then am pm is equal to pm. For example, here 1 is afternoon, the hour would be 1 and the am pm would be pm as well as. We use inner text method to change the text inside this our element, which is here. We just say hour dot inner text is equal to h. Then we have to call this function every second. First we call it here. We just say update clock. Then first we have to finish this part. Minute 1 dot inner text is equal to minute. Then see here minute. Then also we have to change this. We have to write second dot inner text is equal to yes seconds. Next am pm dot inner text is equal to am and pm. Okay, we can call this function every second. So here we have to use set timeout method. Is equal to In this, we have to use 1000. We have to close this. But we can call this function every second using set time method, right? This method actually set timeout method actually set a timer that execute a function after the timer expires. So first parameter inside the set timeout method is a function and the second parameter is the timer, and we set to be the first second, which is 1000 milliseconds, and every second we wanna call this function set time, and using this update clock, right? We have to use inside this update clock because every second we call this function. Okay, it is a single digit, right? We have achieved this here. Before this, we have to first call this function, then we have to set this number after a 1 every second. This function call every second. This after 1 second, the again it calls one more time. Here it is a single digit. We can achieve this. We use a conditional statement. Hour is equal to hour is less than 10. Hour is equal to hour less than 10. Have to mark use 0 plus hour colon h. Here we use this. Here we have to complete this project and have to save. And we have to run this. Right click and open live server. Here it is how it works. We have to wait CS127. We have to wait 2 seconds. Yes, it's correctly working. This is what our project digital clock and how it is work. PM and 172 127 PM is exactly correct real time. Then I will explain one more video. In that video I will cover the topics: what is div and what is span, and what is difference between div and span, and what is id, what is class, and why we use this, and what is conditional statement, and function, constructor, what is get element by id. I will make one more video in this topic. Okay, thank you.